Alright, ladies and gent. Oh, you have that sword on a hunter? Cool. I used to have that on my pally. Um, this is your boy Kashimugen. And today, we are going over the importance of weapon skill because if you aren't training your weapon skill as a warrior in hardcore World of Warcraft, you are definitely going to die. So, I'm going to be trying to make a trip to Thunder Bluff while training my weapon skill on bow at level 15. This should be a very easy run, especially if I know how to just get there without running into like insane mobs that are like 3 levels, 4 levels higher than me. But the importance of leveling your weapon skill is that your effectiveness in hitting is a lot higher. I just recently got a bow, so I feel like this is a perfect learning lesson. I don't really like bow on warrior. Throwing weapons just are a bit faster, but I tried to get bow specifically because, I mean, getting disarmed in general is cool. You know, you're not going to be swinging your bow at people, but I have to try my unarmed too while I'm out here. I might as well. For starters, if I'm shooting this bow, boom, your enemy is automatically running at you, especially if you have hit. I'm actually going to hit a slowing, that's hamstring. It's going to slow him down. You can turn, get ready to prep another, run the heck away, do it again, get ready for another hamstring, and get that lucky shot off again if it doesn't miss. This target is a bit lower level, so your chances of missing are low, slim to none. He's not even green to me because I'm level 15. This enemy, however, is level 10. I'm at the maximum range, which is about 30 yards. Boom, I can run, turn, jump, prep again. Wait for him to come back, get the hit, slow him down, run off. He is a little bit faster than most. He has a sprint. Well, you have to die actually, sorry. But yeah, most opponents aren't that tough. It's gonna get a little bit tougher here, honestly. I'm gonna shoot this rabbit specifically because that's gonna help my skill. That's a free skill point up. Actually going to mine here because mining has been a blessing to me. You don't want to go wrong with that. I just used an auction house. I'll sell all the ores I can get. I'm not even going into like blacksmithing on this thing. I'm farming for gold. And then I'm just going into enchanting because enchanting is going to be very expensive anyway. I don't even need it to be like a high amount of enchanting. Just moderate. But if this character lasts long enough, you're definitely going to see some crazy videos of me almost dying 24/7. I switched to the Horde specifically because I wanted to enjoy what it was like to be a warrior. So the lesson of getting around on this side of the field is about to become a little harder. Enemies in the Barrens or the South Fury River. Yeah, South Fury River. This guy automatically is level 15. So let's just test it. I actually hit that. Surprised. I'm actually going to switch to a defensive stance here. I don't mind missing. I have to actually be in my aggressive stance. I lied. Oh gosh, there's another guy running around over here. Don't need that. But yeah, finishing enemies off. This would be a... Let's see. Ah, not far enough. If I had a throwing weapon, this lesson would be a bit better, but I have to cover more range, it seems. We don't want to start unnecessary fights out here. We want to stay on our road and get to Thunder Bluff without causing too much chaos to ourselves. My axe is at a 67 on the weapon skilling, which means I'm going to hit somewhat, but odds are I'm still going to miss. Yeah, like my swords and my staves are higher. My dagger needs to be brought up, and so is my unarmed. My unarmed is a 1 out of 75. That is no good, because warriors 9 times out of 10, once they get disarmed, it's a bad time. Their effectiveness in grabbing threat or just in general damage, 0. This run is definitely going to be a snooze fest. I'm not going to lie to you. Running all the way to Thunder Bluff is chaotic. I could have taken the flight to the nearest town and then made the run, but to teach the lesson of weapon skilling and its effectiveness, this video is going to be documented. And then once we get to Thunder Bluff, it's going to be easy. Because that'll be the end, guys. Until the next video. But for now, let's keep it moving. Let's see. I like to know where the road is, honestly, but not be on it, just because you never know what you can find. And also, I'm one of those mining types. I like to be off-road a bit, but just enough to know where the road is in case I have to run back to it. Hamstring is my most important ability. I would like to, actually. Another important thing about being able to shoot a bow is knowing exactly when, like, these things are fast. They're ungodly fast. I think they even have a sprint. But if you put an obstacle between them, like a tree or something, they have no choice but to just run around it, leaving you, oh crap. Let's see. Let's try that again. Boop. Most opponents have no choice in running around again. These birds are just insanely fast. I'm just going to kill it. He actually got away with that. How fast are you? You are fast. These birds keep up with you more than anything. Even with a slow. So some opponents, some creatures, I wouldn't even say opponent. That thing was wild. Let's see about you. I'm going to hamstring them and run away. How fast are you moving? Even you have a very decent speed. So I still have to be careful when I prep my bow. Holy moly. Like, running up hills actually helps you too. Running up hills and then back down, because they're just, like, botted out. They don't know what they're doing. He ran away. I leashed him a little too far and didn't get enough of a hit. Wait. What's that? That's a copper vein, which I need to mine. That is a copper vein. I'm gonna take that. That is a copper vein. I'm gonna take it. But yeah, I guess what I'm really trying to get at is if you train more than just like one weapon because it's your favorite, your overall effectiveness in surviving in hardcore goes up immensely. Because let's say you get a weapon drop that's actually better than your favorite weapon and you use it because of the sheer damage. Like, you get in a dungeon, it's only at 1 out of 75. You're missing the whole dungeon, not contributing. That's happened to me a couple of times. It's not very fun. Being able to unleash these opponents here are actually rough. Humanoid targets normally are a bit slower than beasts. I feel like most beasts just have like insane movement speed. I slow these guys by 40% for 15 seconds and they still seem to have like 120 to 130 speed on running towards you. That's what it feels like anyway. Oh, I got a crit there. That was a very nice crit. Let's see. Dude, the plane strider is insane. Look at this. Okay, at least he's running away at low HP, but he's gonna chase the living crud out of you. Oh, okay, sickly target. I mean, I'm not gonna miss that. That's a free shot. There's a quest here that I didn't pay attention to. It's a warrior quest piece, I'm guessing. I mean, it's level 10. I might as well do it. Just because I know it gives off a green item I can disenchant, not unenchant, but either or. Sickly target, shooting it. Huh. I'm turning your general direction. There ain't no way I missed that. I already know combat's gonna get started. Oh, I didn't miss that. Turn my shout on. Damn string. Now you should be very, very, very slow. Yeah, you're not that bad. When a jump turn, get the shot off. Get the melee. Bop. When you back up, you're actually slower. So they say when you run not to turn your back. Well, you can fight it out 9 times out of 10. When I'm playing, sometimes I actually forget my strategy. So let's see. Let's not do that. We're running into a camp of creatures. That is a copper ore over there. I want to take that. And it looks like a mess right there. What's that? Okay, there's a range character there. Someone died up a hill. Strange. They run away in combat, so the main thing I'll do here is just beat this guy senseless. Hey, you there. He's probably going to bleed out before I can finish him. Yeah, he bled out. That's alright. Most targets that run away when they're low, that's a good time to shoot them. I have been using my bow on lower level targets just to prep the skill. And I was using the little like hamstring to slow them down by 40. They don't run away, but because they're lower level, it seems like they run slower. Or maybe it's just because they're starting zone creatures. That defender's actually going to be tanky, and he's probably going to follow me up this hill. I'm going to draw his aggro, and I don't want to. What if I do this? I'm trying to avoid as much fighting as possible. That's a copper vein. What about playing with mountains in hardcore is a stressor, but I think I can make this work. Okay, screw it. You don't even. I'll blood rage and I'll slow you. Alright, cool. He didn't look at me. This tech also works sometimes for me. Normally you basic attack after you rush at them, but didn't work. Wait, I just got confused again. My quest is up here somewhere. Let's not slip off this cliff and die on stream. That would suck. I've had that happen on my paladin a few times. And then I just be like, you know what, not playing. Spend 2 weeks getting mad. Height in general is a stressor. You don't want to be too high on a mountain unless you know what you're doing. I can't make it up there. That hill is very steep, right? Wow. Okay, Blizzard.
I'm out of range.
Okay, Blizzard. I'm not even mad. No, I'll take that. I'll take that. This is a quest that gives me a green item. He wants me to go get some type of ore, I think, to forge my weapon. Right. Forge steel. So the quest is down the hill from there. The crazy part about it is I'm probably never going to use the weapon unless it's just an alternate that I can level my weapon skill with. I have a sword, I have a axe, I have a staff. Never going to really use the staff as much. So, let's see. Move out of the way. Like the odds. The odds. If I would have clicked right there, it would have been some detrimental stuff. Hit him and have to run off of a cliff because he's crazy. Is that a 10 ore? Hold on, we might be making more money than I thought. Bruh, I might have to fight up a lobby here. This is a dangerous descent. I'll make it though. You don't want to just dive into this party of people. Now, don't do no stupid stuff and fall to your death. There's also a chest here. You cannot go wrong. You cannot go wrong here. Oh, free spot too. This fall damage I can take. I can definitely take that fall damage. I've taken worse. Yeah, easy work. Let's take that without grabbing too much aggro. We don't want a caster. That's like the one weakness of a warrior. As soon as you see a caster, you might as well fold. We got some coarse stone. That's not bad. I could sell that on auction house and moss agate. What in the heck? Okay, 10s and 12s, very low level. I'm gonna swap to a defensive stance here. This is why. Ugh. There we go. Let's grab his attention.
I can't do that yet.
Let's grab his attention. I don't care about the creeping mold ability. I actually don't have the rage for it. That's cool. The next cast I see, I'm going to shield slam someone, but I can easily eat this damage. This weapon's pretty weak, so hitting revenge isn't doing much. They run away when they're low. He's going to bleed out. I don't have nothing to worry about. I got hit by a creeping mold, didn't pay any attention to it. Oh, okay. It's a slow poison. I should be fine. I have to go get that ore, pick it up, and let's not have an inventory issue. White feather can go for now. I only need to pick up the ore. Sliding around this corner may be a problem. Let's see. It's not a problem. Hey. How far? How far can I go before one of them decides to punch me in the neck? Ugh. Ugh. Ah. Get up there. This will work. But, excuse me? Can this not work? Are you serious? The thorn don't work. The thorn don't work. Alright, whatever. You body blocked me with a whole vine, but the thorn itself isn't an item. You just walk straight through. That's what I'm looking for. You gotta go down.
I'm out of range.
Ah, crap. That lowered my defense a bit. Ah, crap. Is that shadow cast? No, it's just creeping mode. I am fine. You aren't getting away. You're gonna bleed out. Put a creeping poison on you. Defensive stance is just really good for targets that want to like run away and stuff. I still have my bow. We're still bar. Now that's great. Pick that up. Let's go. Get the heck out of here. Hamstring. There ain't nothing you can do. I'm out. Did you hit me? You did hit me. Actually, I put a vine between you and me. I can use this. Ah, you. Come on. Another hamstring. Get off me. Not far enough. Throwing weapon wise, I don't even have to like fully turn. So let's get up here. We're actually nearing the other town. That should be very easy. Now if I've used my memory well enough, there's a easy bypass when it comes to getting in Thunder Bluff. No enemies. Like, you don't have to worry about anyone hitting you. Let's see. I have yet to have an axe, like a one-handed main hand axe. I have a sword already. There ain't no need for that. A mace, not really a necessary item, but I want to train with it just cause. I have axe training and dagger training, so that axe will probably go in hand. The axe actually does more damage one-hand wise. Let's see. We can replace our sword.
Blood and thunder.
Who am I kidding?
Strength.
I as much as I would love to train with this thing, I have to. I have to though. I have to, right? I kinda have to. I kinda have to keep it. I really do kinda have to keep it. Because what happens if that weapon drops and here I am swinging? I'm only at 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Let's change stances actually, be more defensive, that way I can have less damage. I don't swing slower, so all in all it worked. Gonna Blood Rage here, bring my damage up even though I'm missing. It's not gonna kill me per se, but he can be very dangerous. I'm not gonna need revenge. I just want to keep the blood bleeding. Keep building the skill up. And you don't have to build it all the way, just enough to where, like, if a weapon did drop, you could train with it and still make hits on lower targets. Like, he's gonna run away when he gets very low, and that creates an opening. He's gonna bleed, and then I'm gonna shoot and kill him. Very easy. And my bow skill is also going up by like 1. Bow's gonna go up very slow, considering the only time you have to use it is when a target is running away, or you're just purposely trying to build it, or you're trying to pull and do a line of sight pull, which is one of my favorite things in this game to do with almost every type of class. Even Paladin. Paladin has a line of sight you can definitely do. There's not like one ranged ability. I'll always bring up a Paladin because it's one of my favorite classes. Warrior, I can't say I like, but to a degree. I'm actually heading the wrong way for Thunderbluff just because I want to get the flight path here. Targets will be a little bit higher level and more dangerous, so me hitting with my axe is going to be rough, to say the least. That's a 30-yard 3, 2, 1. You're done. Getting that shot off. I'm not gonna lie. Now, because I'm out here, excuse me, is that snake? Nah, dude, I gotta get the shot off. Gotta build that bow skill up. Hopefully that dog don't attack me. He look like he might be in range. There aren't any savannah cats out here. Surprisingly, there's one. I feel a little stupid because what I'm about to do can't get me killed. Oh, 17? That's a little high. That's a little high, I'm not gonna lie. And these ornery birds, if they jump you, that's a death. I'm looking for, I think it's out here, but I'm looking for the sprinting creature. The sprinting zebra. Everything out here is a little dangerous. I'm gonna have to depend on my hamstring if something... Oh my god, there's like 4 enemies there. I'm turning my butt around. No, I'm good. I'm good. I'm turning my butt around. We're not doing that. Starting a fight with a savannah cat is gonna be hell. Let's not do that. Wanted the flight path. Let's just do that. Sometimes my exploring side will take over. And I'll be like, let's go touch stuff. And then pay for it down the line. Look at all these raptors. Are you serious? I know what I'm gonna do. I know what I'm gonna do.
I need to get closer.
I'm gonna hit this. And I'm gonna miss. But that's okay, because I needed that little head start. Oh, you landed hits. Cool.
It's too far away.
Get off me. Haha. You ain't going that fast no more. Hamstring. Guard. Guard. Guard.
I'm out
Guard.
of range.
Yeah, I called the guard. Wait. Did I hit a hamstring with my axe just now? Okay, main hand axe. I see you doing your thing. The effectiveness was not even that high, and I still landed it. It's good. Good sign. Let's see. Get this flight path. Now we get the Thunder Bluff. I'm actually going to make this a bit easier since I've just ran through the woods.
Hurry back.
We're going to get to the crossroads, then head down. Most of the enemies around this area are going to be like 18 range, 3 levels ahead. Sometimes they'll be hitting 19. If I'm lucky, 4 levels isn't a bad thing. There's plenty of time to escape with a warrior. The only problem is their dependence on their life, their health. Their HP gets really low, then it's a problem. Something crazy will pop off during this gameplay. I can feel it. Even when I'm sticking to the plan. But if I find the skip I'm looking for, running down to Thunder Bluff is not going to be a problem. The only problem is what level the creatures are going to be lurking at. Okay, I made it here. Also, I'm going to do the time limit quest if that's possible. I'm not sure if the time limit quest is possible yet. I don't think I've done it.
Goodbye.
Yeah, no, so
Trust no one.
Fungal Spores is that quest. I'm not going to bother with that for now.
Talk to me.
I can't carry anymore.
Yes, you can, actually. Let's get rid of this, get rid of that. Don't need that. Strider meat. Gonna need that, because I'm off rip. Cooking is super important. I only have 1 Strider stew, but I'm gonna do something cool. I'm gonna do something real cool. Buy that apple. Make this Strider stew real quick. Whenever I feel like I'm in danger, I'm going to eat that just because I know off rip what I want to do is survive with more HP. Gotta build your profession simply because you need to survive. The more stamina you have, the higher your chances of living. Especially in hardcore WoW, stamina is a top priority. Unless you are just a mage who has nothing but slowing in their kit. Honestly, them outrunning almost anything is viable. While I'm here, I'm actually going to do my smelting, and then we will make the trip out there. I want to free my bags up in case I have to kill something and it drops a really good item. Or I see a mine that I can just pick at. But yeah, when leveling your weapon skill, just think of it like prep time. And when I say prep time, I think about Batman every time I see it. Like, you're always prepping yourself for the next battle. Depending on, and especially if something drops. I probably said that multiple times, but yeah, when something drops, you want to put that on and be like, alright, I'm good to swing immediately. There ain't nothing better than I'm already ready to just do massive damage off of a new weapon. Especially if you're the tank or your front line. Like druids, I feel like druids are the only ones, if they're using their forms, they don't build weapon skill and they don't need to have the skill unless they get, what, unarmed in their bear form or cat form? Which is strange that you can even do it. So now I have 8 bronze which I'm going to turn into 20 pretty soon. And when I do that, I'm going to sell it on auction house for more than 1 gold. Just honestly, having the bars in auction house is really good. That sell is like pretty solid. Alright, so let's make this trip now on foot. I was gonna get a little teleport, but I had this little idea to show you the importance of why you should always build your skill in a death scenario, because I'm pretty sure it's going to happen. Especially around this level, you don't want to make this run. There's definitely going to be some 18 and 19s out there. Because I'm on my way, I'll do Lost in Battle. It's fairly easy. You just walk up, see the dude's wife, and I don't think there's an enemy around him. Hopefully, my brain remembers that there ain't no enemies around her. You don't want to catch death. If I do see an enemy, I'll try my best to get the hell away. I still have my sticky glue, which you want to hold on to that as much as possible. But if you have to save yourself, then use your sticky glue. Strider Stew will come in handy. The skip I'm talking about when it comes to Thunder Bluff, there's a certain mountain that you can get on eventually. I don't think it's this one, but it's definitely like out here. It's out here in this like bluish area far, far back. You can definitely run into it and get on top of it and ride it all the way down without having to... Had to be quiet there. I'd be seeing these guys. Let me turn my bars back on. Nameplates. When your nameplate's on, it's a very good indicator that your range, you're getting a little too close to something. I think it gives you about 20 yards worth. I'm not sure by counting. About 20 to 15 yards. Let's see what my maximum range is for my bow. That's 30 yards. So that's about 5. That's, yeah. I'll say about 15 yards is when that bar comes on. When you're nearing something 2 level. And you can kind of base it off of how high level something is. Okay, so this is not the mountain I'm looking for, actually. This is Welling Caverns. A very dangerous side of the map. I shouldn't be over here, honestly. It's very far away from where I need to be going. But there's a copper vein, so I'm going to grab that. That little jump turn thing I'm doing, which now that I reminded myself, if you're running from an opponent and there's more than one, if you want to get rid of the likelihood of being dazed by the target or just like minimally get away from it, you can jump turn. It's kind of like a little bunny hop. The more times your back's not turned to your enemy and you have very good movement, the better chances are that you don't get dazed. I don't think... Yeah, no, I'm not getting up there. Whatever. Kinda don't want to run into a mob of 3 here. There's an enemy that's just like too powerful for me. Knowing the odds, that's fine. I don't need to worry about that. Ranged magic, I'm going to... Okay, so, let's see. I think this is the mountain. I'm also very freaked out here because this is a very, very, very bad spot for me, if I'm being honest. That's a level 14. Raptors here will scare the living crap out of me. They're absurdly fast, and if they aggro to you and you don't have your rage built up, you're in trouble. He's not as dangerous as like the 17 and 19 version of the Raptor, but even still, like that's a 16. That's a 15, that's a 16. That 16 could aggro to me very easily. Sometimes I forget my level. Alright, this is the mountain. The very good mountain, I think. Let's check map. Yes, this is the mountain. So if I take this mountain and go all the way up, and make my way all the way up this mountain, up here, keep going, What's that? Copper and the tin. Y'all know I gotta stop for that tin, right? I might have to go all the way back down. I'm kind of butthurt. I can skip it. I can skip it for now. It's whatever. So, this mountain on the Barrens right here, you can't see it, but right over here, this little part here, if you somehow manage to get up here, you see how dangerous it is? Because if I slip off, I'm gonna fall here and be fine, but if I slip off, it's just gonna suck because I'll have to re-climb it. Okay, nice. You're good. This flat area has no enemies, none whatsoever. You don't have to go up there or up on there. You just stay to this flat part. Not a lot of people know about this, and if they do, they've played the game as long as I have. You can run this whole side of the mountain and get to Thunder Bluff without having to worry about a single enemy. Not cowardly at all, just you know your map. I can literally run all the way to Thunder Bluff's opening area from here. It's kind of crazy. Because it just wraps around as a big wall separating Thunder Bluff from the rest of the Barrens. This mountain doesn't decrease at all from this spot. You'll never really be able to get up here unless you have some type of flying, which no one has right now in Classic WoW unless they're wall walking, which I wouldn't do. That's not smart. I don't even think you can wall walk without Blizzard catching you. Unless you accidentally blink and then boom, you're on top of there, but even still. Once you get up there, you can probably just fall down the wall and get to Thunder Bluff. But yeah, I've done crazier stuff than this. Preferably on the Paladin. That's where I get like the most chaotic, because I know I'm not gonna die once I get into the groove, unless I do something dumb or run into too many enemies or save somebody when I shouldn't. But yeah, if you're running and doing this, turning your camera and there's an enemy chasing you, you can get that little extra movement going and not be staggered too much with a dazed ability. Depends on how many times you're being hit though. If you're chased by 2 Savannah cats and you're my level, you're already done. You're dead. There ain't no way you're escaping. A lot of people, if they were me, they'd probably descend down there. It'd be an easy path to stay on road, but I'm telling you right now, it's not as easy as you think. Let me show you why. If you know what this is, Agamagor is where these pig people hang out. This is the start of their mountain. I don't want to descend too hard. Like, no enemies are being detected because I'm just too high up. I don't want to... Dang. I don't want to like slip, fall, and not be able to get back up. This looks like a fairly easy mountain to get past. At least there's a copper ore here. So I can't get that copper ore because there ain't no way back up. Whatever. We're turning back around because it's safe. I don't want to just lose the chance of getting through here safely. It's not fun. Those guys are like 18s and 19s down there anyway. I have them in my memory when I played my shaman. Also, there's a rare guy that's to my right. I just got that in muscle memory. He's around the edge of that cliff over there. He's a caster, shoots fireball, wears a purple robe. They have a slightly blue robe, but the guy wearing the purple, he's like a mystic mage, shoots fireballs. Hurts a lot. He does about 100 something damage. And for me, that's about 5 shots. He has the mana for it. Plus whatever the heck they do. They have, we're in the South Barrens, by the way. Now, I can't remember the descent down if I... Whatever. Let's do this. I could have taken that way and have been fine, but I feel like I'm lucky enough to get this flight path and then run my butt all the way back down to the Barrens, to Thunder Bluff. Also, we'll get to see the enemy I'm talking about. I'm tanky enough. I'm actually pretty high on the list of being tanky. That's a Copper ore. And that's a copper ore. See these guys? They're level 18. That's a hunter. He's kind of down there. You can't really see him, but he's that little speck right there. I'm not going to die for the ore because there's plenty of ore to be grabbed. So, I can grab that one right there and be perfectly fine. Hold on. Careful. Don't want to slip and die right there. 51 damage. My main concern is this storm snout. They have a ranged magic, which if they're shooting that, that's okay. I'm not even worried about it. I just clap my hands for no reason, but that's how confident I am. I'm clapping like, oh man, this is light work. It's not light work. It's pretty scary. But if this guy, he will aggro to me if I'm this close. Like I give it to about right there, he will aggro to me. I'm here. If I walk to the right, I have a higher chance. Yeah, we're good. That right there is automatically going to aggro to me. It doesn't matter how much I slide over. Well, maybe. I'm pretty good at what I do. So, yeah, boom, easy. Light work, no detection. Gazelle. This right here is a rare sighting. Especially if you want to build your weapon skill up. You already know what I'm about to do. Sorry, guys.
Not ready yet.
It is ready. You shoot the bow. I'm sorry, this is a massacre. I just want to build my skill. No real gazelles were hurt in the process of making this.
I can't do that yet.
I have so many arrows, I'm not worried about the waste, because it would take me several dungeons to... Yeah. You don't want to mess with these guys. They chase you pretty quickly. 3 points off of like, what was that, 6 of them? Not bad. We have made it to Camp Taranjo in peace. We didn't even have to take a road. We took a broken cliff where there will be no enemies ever. For as long as I live playing this game. Because I don't think Blizzard's going to check that. I think it was great that they put the wall there. I think I have, what, 4 points into my protection, 1 point into fury, just because I wanted the crit and 1 point into the parry. Honestly, I need to raise all of those skills up before I continue down my protection tree. I want to be a protection warrior full and full. I don't really care about the damage I'm doing, but I want to make sure I'm using the best of my abilities. As a warrior, stance switching is going to be one of your main things, though. But from here on, it's pretty light. There ain't nothing to worry about. Lower level creatures run slower, too. Because it's the starting area. Is that a copper ore? Taking that. Successfully has made it to the Thunder Bluff region. That is great work. My brain actually did remember to take the safest path, which is running up a whole mountain. I forgot I could even do that for a while. That's how most of my runs have ended. I run just solely down the street. Let's see how fast you run. Yeah, so starter area creatures are just intensely slow. What the heck? Did he dust cloud me? My chance to hit one down. Is that because of my... For him to land that still gets me. Whoop! I dropped something. All good. He's running! He's still running! Sir. I don't think you have Strider meat. No, you don't. Anywho. This has been your boy Kashimugen, and I am out. Hopefully you have learned the importance of weapon skill, training it, and the effectiveness, because, I mean, nothing bad actually happened. I actually got a good little skip here. But in the next video, I will be trying to show more weird happenings with higher level opponents. He just tried to dust cloud me. I saw that. That works.
Ability isn't ready yet.
I actually like the sound of the undead voice because it gives off that wispy kind of vibe. It has an echo to it. Pretty cool. Oh, anyway, I'm supposed to be getting off this game. I will catch y'all boys later. I am in a safe zone. I'm actually on the road. I have nothing to worry about. And I'm in Thunder Bluff. So, I will catch y'all later. Logging out.